Drills Talk, episode 31. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 4 ways to live your best life. This is based off of a blog I wrote entitled, Do What You Want to Do. Now, 2 years ago, almost to this day, I wanted to quit my job. I wanted to do music full time. I wanted to start a YouTube channel. I wanted to just strictly focus on building my business, whether it be online, real estate, or whatever, and be able to work in the comfort of my own home while spending more time with my girls. So I think that I'm going to get around to doing that sooner or later, like now. Drills Talk, episode 31. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 4 ways to living your best life. Before we get started, please please subscribe, comment if you would like. Definitely hang out with us. Every Monday, we have a new blog. Every Wednesday, Drills Talk, new vlog. Every Friday is a new beat produced by Drills, aka me. You will definitely enjoy this ride. Thanks for joining. Thanks for riding with us. Number one is to create a plan. So I told you about me and wanting to leave and all this other stuff 2 years ago, right? Well, the plan started probably 4 years ago. It takes a long time to jump out of the comforts of knowing for every hour I work, I'm going to get this much. And I understand that. It's a very scary thing. It's a very unsure thing. We've been taught that we give hours and we get money. And it takes a while to get out of that. I'm not going to really discuss that much here, but I understand that it can, be a process. But creating a plan means that this is exactly what I want to do. And this is how I think I'm going to do it. And this is what I need to be able to do it. It all goes together. You have to have a plan before making a move like this. It's a bold move. Living your best life is not something that everybody gets to do. And it's kind of coded language because living your best life is basically doing what you want to do, but it does come at a price. There's a lot of uncertainty there. It's kind of all on you. So yeah, you living your best life. You can do what it is you want to do, but there is no payday unless you earn pay. There is no, oh, well, I thought about this for 4 hours. I should get at least, $15, $20 an hour, the time I took thinking. It don't work like that. That is gone. That type of time for pay is no longer. You have to sell something, or you have to bring in money to where you're getting a piece of it. Just say, for instance, YouTube. We're on YouTube now, right? You watching, YouTube says, okay, well, somebody is interested in what this guy's talking about, so let's throw some commercials on it. You watch that commercial. Those people who are paying for those commercials say, okay, well, people like this show and, they're into entrepreneurship or they're into hip hop. And I think that people who are into entrepreneurship are really like our product. So I'm going to pay YouTube to show this commercial on videos like this. Well, guess what YouTube does? YouTube says, okay, well, this is my platform. I need a piece. But you know what? That person that's getting those people to tune in on our platform, they deserve a piece too. And to make it even better, they deserve more than half. So that's what YouTube does. And I'm very grateful for that. And thank you for watching again. So understand that you just basically have to make your money. You're your boss. How are you going to do it? That's another thing. There's a lot of freedom. It can be anything. You can sell someone else's product. You can sell your product. You can, have a skill that demands a lot of money and make your money that way. It doesn't really matter. That's the thing. There's no rules to this, which makes creating a plan even that much harder, but you can do it. Create your plan, know what you want to do. Will it happen according to that plan? Of course not. But let me tell you this scenario. If someone tells you to build a puzzle and they just drop 1,000 pieces in front of you, how would you feel about that? See, that's no plan. Having a plan is, I'm going to build a puzzle of a city. All right, here's 1,000 pieces and they drop them in front of you. But at least you know it's going to be a city. So there are going to be some buildings. There's going to be a skyline that I have to, build. That's going to help me build this puzzle. I have some sort of step by step to go. I know what I'm looking for. I know it helps a little bit to have a plan. No, I didn't think or know what city it was going to be or what it was going to look like, but I know what goes into a city. And that has brought me, a little comfort picking up these 1,000 pieces and making something to a picture on my own for the first time ever. Good luck. Number two is to save. Saving is extremely important. Believe me, I know. And maybe you won't save enough, but you have to be comfortable with whatever number you come up with. Let's say I want to leave work and you think that 3 months or 6 months or 12 months, whatever your number is, I'm not going to tell you what your number should be. I will tell you that mine was 6 months and it did last 6 months. But then after the 6 months it was like, hey, what are we doing now? Like I wasn't exactly ready for that. And I'll make another video as far as how I made it even not being ready for it. But for now, we're just going to talk about saving. What's your number? What will make you comfortable? You're jumping out of or unplugging from the rat race and the go to work and come home kind of, monotony. So how much, cushion would you need to make that big jump? How much comfort would you have to have? Is 3 months enough before you feel that you can start making money and doing what it is you want to do? Is 6 months more sufficient? Is 12 months making you comfortable? Whatever that number is, stick to it. But understand that if it is 12 months, you're going to have to be a crazy good or patient person. So crazy good meaning that you'll have to budget and save up a year's worth of salary after taxes, of course, because that's what you budget off of. But you need a year's worth. So you're probably not going to be able to leave your job in a year if you need to save up a year's worth, So this plan has to be 4 or 5 years in advance if you really want to do it the right way, the safe way, the safest way, because there is no safe way. Save your money, have that backup. I would say, some businesses taking off from the ground floor up takes about 2 years, maybe 3 years before, you're comfortable and you have money coming in and all this other stuff. But you just have to get out there. I'll tell a crazy person, you just go, no savings. You'll figure it out. You definitely will. But a person that's cautious or, just taking, have a family to take care of or a wife, or maybe they shoot their parents some money every now and then, you have to go slower. The younger, the better. If you're just getting out of college, I would say not even to ever plug in. I would say just go for what you want to do. But if you are grown and you have a family and you have a mortgage or you have rent, you have cars to pay for, of course, this has to be planned and slow. So please do that. Save your money 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 24 months. If you can wait that long, if you have a 5-year plan and you're like, okay, I'm going to work these 5 years, I'm going to save me up 2 years and I'm going to go for broke. I'm going for my dream. By all means, all power to you. You can do it. Number three is to build your self-esteem. Self-esteem is going to be needed and needed at an all-time high. There's things that are going to knock you down and make you feel like you're the dumbest person for ever considering you even had a chance at doing what it is you really wanted to do. You're going to have to question yourself a lot. And if your self-esteem is low, it's just not going to be beneficial. You're going to beat yourself up. Maybe you go back to that job you didn't want to, be at. And now you're just unhappy. You're double unhappy because you're unhappy that you're still where you are. And you tried and you failed with low self-esteem. So the chance of you trying again are very slim. So while you're waiting and you're saving and you're planning, please build your self-esteem. Small wins repetitively really add up to something. Do something. Get a certification, and knock it out. You may not be able to use that certification or not planning to use that certification, but the fact that you said, I'm going to get this and got it, that's going to give you a boost. If you said that, my car sucks, I'm going to save up and get a nicer car, a newer car, do that. And once you do that, you're like, look, if I can save up for this car and get a nicer car, I can save up my cushion for my escape plan to, chase my dream. Little things, and then just go for that big one. That's how you have to do it. Build up your self-esteem, build up your gall and say, look, I've done this. I've knocked out that certification. I've saved up before. I saved up for this mortgage on this house. I had to save up for the down payment. I had to build my credit. It took me 3 years to build my credit. I know I can do this. Show yourself you can do it too. So you have the verbal, I can do it. But then you have it on paper, showing yourself. You have tangible things that you can show yourself. You see that car over there? You see that house? I saved for that. I paid for that. I saw that wasn't to my liking and I changed it. That makes your self-esteem go up. And you will definitely need it because it will be tested at almost every second of every day. It will be tested while you're trying to get everything together and, get yourself to that dream of living your best life. Number four is to do it. Now, there's no sense in planning and saving and building your self-esteem if you're never going to pull the trigger, if you're never going to actually try. And I know there's so many people out there that's like, hey, man, I really do want to try, but I'm knocking on 40 or I'm knocking on 50. And 10 more years, I could retire. I cannot argue with you. I cannot take you out of your situation and say, hey, well, you should do this because only you know what your situation is. But if you've done that and you planned and you see your plan and you think it's a good plan and you really want to try and you saved and you got the cushion and you'll be okay for 3, 6, 12 months, why are you not trying? Why are you not giving it your shot? You say, yeah, in 10 years I could be retired, but in 10 years you could be a multimillionaire also. So why is that not at the tip of your tongue? Why is you being 10 years away from retirement at the tip of your tongue? Why is, I got a pension at the tip of your tongue and not like, you know what? I can make my pension in a month, my entire amount of my pension in a month if this business takes off or if this idea takes off. Why is that never the case? You have to make it the case. Make yourself think like that. Make yourself think in the direction of where you desire to go. Because if you don't, you're going to go in the direction you're talking, which is to stay at the job that you don't like, but you're only 10, 15 years away from retirement and you might as well just stick it out. Or you're young and you're like, hey, well, I'm young, and before you know it, you're not anymore. It can happen like this. Time waits for no man, no woman. Don't wait too long. You've done everything you need to do. You saved up. You planned it. Let's go. It's time to do it. Worst case scenario, you have a great resume. You can always go and get another job. But please try. Give yourself the chance of living your best life. Drills Talk, episode 31. It's the top 4 ways to living your best life. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. It's drills.com. Check this out. It's Drills.